What's up, AfterBuzzers? We are back, and we learned this week that teamwork really does make the dream work. The whole cast showed us their brilliant display. This is season 1, episode 9, and we got to see extraordinary circumstances. Plus, stick around for brand new set secrets and our season 1 finale predictions. It's the For the People after show, y'all. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Can I sing the song?
Yes.
Ain't nothing but a minute. Did I get the words right?
Tell me why.
Okay, ready? Back up. I want it that way.
Yes.
All right.
You can't go wrong with Backstreet Boys.
You cannot.
Did y'all prefer Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? No judgment.
It's been a struggle my whole life.
Yeah, it really
the fifth
has.
on the question.
But I'll say NSYNC because that's what album I had.
Okay.
I had both.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the Backstreet Boys' new song right now. So.
Yes.
I heard I don't know how I feel
Yes.
about them coming back, but
I actually like this.
Really?
I felt that way too, but I actually like the song. So
well,
anyway, but
we digress. This is not the Backstreet Boys after show. It's the For the People after show. Again, this is season 1, episode 9. I really enjoyed it. What did you guys think?
I liked
It
it.
picked
It
up
was.
for me.
It did pick up. Still didn't get what I wanted, but it picked up.
Not quite, but we'll get there. I am Keith Andre with the ladies.
yeah.
I'm Tori Broussard.
And I'm Elle Marie.
Sakira's not with us, but you can follow her on social media. We'll make sure that we plug you guys into her later.
Yes.
And she made sure that we had set secrets
Yes,
this week.
she
So
did.
She is
shout out
quiet.
to Sakira for that.
Our Kate Littlejohn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously,
Kate
our Kate
Littlejohn.
Littlejohn.
I don't know. I mean, Kate Littlejohn.
well, maybe not all
But
the way.
overall though, what are your first impressions, or what are the lasting impressions of this episode?
Kate Littlejohn.
I said overall. I mean,
Literally, overall.
for me, I felt like it was really, like they did a really good job with the ensemble. Like this is the way I envisioned seeing the show kind of work out.
Yeah,
You see
it's like-
everybody flows, they fit together. It's not too much focus on one storyline or the other. Granted, it was Sandra's moment.
Right.
But it really was packaged well. I felt like we got into all the things that we wanted to get out of it.
Yeah.
My predictions were accurate. I can't wait to talk about that.
You always talk about how your predictions are accurate.
But for me,
Okay.
it was solid. It was a strong episode.
It was.
It was a strong episode. I feel like I'm just that person who I guess can be pleased because I'm always wanting more.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna get that with Sandra, but that's okay. I got a little glimpse, so I'll just be satisfied with that.
We'll take it for what it is. I mean, I
Yes.
kind of knew
Yes.
coming into here off of Leonard's episode, I knew to bring back my expectations just
Yeah.
a bit
Okay.
in story. And we
Okay.
still got to see a lot of good story
did.
tonight as
We
well.
did.
We
I
did.
think this now probably is my favorite episode, honestly.
Yeah.
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 Good. I'm here
Yeah.
for
I was
it.
like, okay, guys, I'm here.
I see it. And I don't know if it's because we've been watching all this time
Mm-hmm.
or if it's just off the strength of where we are now is like the meat and potatoes of where we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the
I
meat and
think-
potatoes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into these characters. Who do we start with? In my head, I was like, I don't even know how to talk about
Really?
it because
Exactly.
everybody kind of like
Because it kind of just flowed
pieced
into
together
Yeah.
and played a role. I mean, all right, so we definitely got to see, I feel this week, Jay and Allison were really in our supporting roles. They helped to push the story along. I really, really love Jay. He's like,
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, yes.
he's such a
Yes.
dope character, and
Yes.
he always seems to shine like three-dimensionally.
Right.
Like, I saw, in the beginning where he wants to help, and it's like, okay, we get it. Jay's not going to be involved. But near the end, it did take a turn where he got to be with Sandra and really assert himself and be like, nope, this is it. Let's go. I'm here to fight the man.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Jay.
Yeah.
He was there to lay down the law.
I think what I like about Jay is that he is not afraid to step back when he needs to step back and then obviously step up when he needs to step up. And I feel like a lot of people don't know, when to tone down their role and when to play their role, and he knows how to do that.
Absolutely. And I think Jay, it's because he knows himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, even
Right.
though he's quirky or all these whatever we want to put on the character, But I think he's comfortable with who he is, and he doesn't have a problem being himself.
Yes.
And that's why that shines through. Also, who I think is really similar to Jay, like I was mentioning before, is Seth. I feel like they could really be the same person.
This episode made me feel that way about Seth. I was kind of like, okay,
he
Seth,
plays
I see you.
that same kind of part, where he's quirky or he tries to give the comedy. And
He does, but I feel like what's natural to Jay is what Seth has to strive super hard in. I'm like, you're just so awkward. Like and maybe that is him, but I just get so annoyed with Seth. I'm like,
I don't think
stop talking.
Yeah, I don't think he's as comfortable or as sure of himself as Jay is, but they do still have like those similarities, and he's starting to maybe within this season of the show, he's starting to learn when to step up and kind of when he needs to kind of fall back. But most importantly, he's always falling back. So most importantly, he's learning when to step up.
He's always falling back, but we did see in this episode where things turned around. He had the idea. He was like, I know this is what we're gonna do. Let's do it. So even amongst those big personalities with Kate on one side and Leonard on the other.
And I think he feels like he has to be, because if he doesn't, he will just get pushed.
Because
they don't care about him. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why I'm glad they got to work together. I mean, Leonard, I want to say I almost forgot him, but I almost forgot.
Don't let him know that.
I'm sorry. Almost forgot him. I mean, he was there, but I didn't even think to mention him in the supporting role, but he definitely rounded out the ensemble. He plays his part as usual. Super talented reggae. But we didn't get any thing from Leonard this week.
Yeah, not a lot of
I didn't.
Right. No, I think he played the supporting role very well.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. My favorite pairing, Roger and Jill, which... Am I wrong or was I spot on or was I spot on? Were we?
Okay, I was about to say, you're not about to take all the credit.
Okay.
Right? We were spot on.
Collectively, we made those predictions.
But you called the main part, which we got discovered on Tuesday, about them both being divorced.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Yeah, you give me my credit, I'll give you yours.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I was really... coming into it, I was like, okay, they're setting us up, so we're going to get story out of them, but I didn't know how it was going to go. So I was pleased to finally get their stories where it was both divorced, he had kids, all of this. And then they both said how they felt for one another.
Yes.
And I was like, this is what we need.
Yes, but Jill still, I was like, girl, come on.
I know.
Because it's not every day that the man is willing to express his feelings like that openly and easily, giving you what I want. Okay. I can obviously she doesn't.
True,
but
lay it on the table.
But at the same time, you've been you've been hurt.
Yeah.
Like she said, your marriage, you didn't expect it to go the way that it went, and now here you have something else that's good. And yes, I do like you too, and we have that sometimes, that fear of I really do like you, and maybe can we just stay where we are? Because the moment we take it further, then that's when I feel like it could just blow up.
That makes sense, but I feel like I would agree more so with that if Roger hadn't experienced a similar situation. They are in the same situation.
Yeah, but you're not my feeling. You know what I mean? We may have
can
gone
be
through
in
the same thing.
Situation.
Exactly.
Right, but for me
I can react
and where I'm
differently.
at in life, I don't know if I want to take that plunge. And then we also add to that the fact that they're on two different career paths as far as
she brought that up.
And I appreciated her bringing that up for that reason, because it is like a giant elephant in the room. But I did kind of want her to... I don't want to say I wanted her to make it easier, but I was kind of hoping that it would be just a quicker transition for them. But she's still, definitely holding on to her independence, to making sure, this can never work. If we were in bed together, I'm going to fight you, all of that. So,
but see, I feel like she's just overthinking it now.
Yeah.
See, once you get those thoughts in your head, then it's going to be really hard for you guys to get together. I feel like you just need to take the moment for what it is.
Yeah.
He said it first, if that's a big deal, but then you,
if it matters,
right? So for some people it matters,
No, for sure.
No, it does.
Agreed.
So I don't know. And then she said it too. So it's like, what? You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Tori, let her be scared.
She is scared. I mean, she's just not ready.
Apparently, I don't like people being scared.
Yeah, right?
Clearly.
And it was like we got to see this extended situationship for them because of, they left out of work. Who is not looking for a way to miss work.
Right.
That was my favorite part. Can we say when he was sitting still waiting for
you
her?
Like, knew she was going to come.
I was going to give you 5 more minutes, but I knew you were coming because you like me.
Right. But we still can't be together.
I mean, they went to that little diner. This week they went to wherever
they went to a movie.
To the movies. Yeah.
Then they went, and then they sat at the baseball field.
Yes.
Like, or the baseball diamond. Like, come on.
Yeah. They're creating those memories, which is nice, too, because it's always lovely to see a friendship develop into a relationship as well.
Yeah,
so they'll have all
true.
these moments of true friendship and just transition over, and it'll be happily ever after.
That's true. We're here for it.
Okay,
I will patiently wait.
until we see that happen, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so then we had the big 3 working together.
The big 3. Oh my gosh.
So we had Kate, Leonard, and Seth.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess now we'll talk a bit about Kate because some of her dirt, and that's what I wanted to say about Seth too. He caught all the tea and spilled it. He was like, "Ooh, click, got it." This is. I was like, "Yep, drag it all out, put it."
And I expected
on the
her
table.
to like
deny it.
Yeah, or like play it off, and she couldn't.
I was surprised that she let it slip that easily.
Yeah.
I mean, once she said her name, there was no. I was like, oh, this is where we're going. We know exactly what
and
it
like
is.
indicating you know her schedule too.
Right.
It's like, oop, oop.
Okay.
He's on the field.
He caught it. He caught it.
How do you know that?
Right. I thought that was such a good bit, a good scene for them. But the episode started with Kate in the bed with Anya.
Anya, yeah.
Child, Kate broke them rules.
All the rules.
She was like, no, it's time to go. She was like, you're not going anywhere. You have 3 hours. And so it was nice to see that too, because when she got into the office, you know, once again, everybody's coming into Kate's office and they're like, you're late. And she's like, no. Okay, you're later than you are. The sun is out. Like, they had this banter that I like to see amongst them that plays towards that whole ensemble cast situation that we do love from Shonda shows.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I
need Takira to be here because it's her girl, and I don't even know what to say.
I like it. I mean, it's nice to see. I think that maybe she'll be more open with it now that it's out for her squad. Yeah. And then I like the bit with Leonard, too, because they do have a friendship.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, I thought it was hilarious. First of all, the shade that Seth threw. Like, oh, you didn't know?
Right.
I thought y'all were no.
Right. Y'all are so close.
I just, and then, like, after that, I realized how smart Seth really is, even though I find him annoying. Yes. Like, he used his own knowledge and the fact that, like, you think you know 2 people, but you don't, to, like, help them basically win that case. Right. So I was like, oh, shoot. Like, Seth is smart.
Seth smart.
Seth knows what he's talking about when he knows what he's talking about. And, you know, so, and then Leonard... What's happening?
Right. He was a nice stand-up person.
Yeah.
He didn't feel played. He didn't go into that whole back and forth. Right. There wasn't the misogyny. It was very much your track.
Yeah. I was like, that was like...
Yep. I was like, oh,
look
somebody
sexy
is maturing. I know. Like, so are you still on the market?
Thank God for growth. That's growth. So are you still on the market? Okay.
But no, that is growth and maturity.
Yes, good for him. And then, so tonight was all about Sandra. We finally got to see and get her story. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it.
Would you like me to tell you how I feel?
Yes. Yes, please do. Please do.
Okay, so we get it. You don't like hospitals, but this was their opportunity to really tell us why she doesn't like hospitals. And I get the fact that her mom, you know, died in the hospital, but it's like, a lot of people die in the hospital. Like, is that really the reason?
Yeah. And is that enough to cause this, like, phobia?
Right.
Which, it could be, but I'm with you. It felt like there needed to be something more to it for it to kind of be this halting because she couldn't move, and even in the office leading up to knowing that I have to go to the hospital. That's why I was like, is she sick or
Right.
or what's happening? So I agree. I mean, and then I felt with them, we didn't find out until like the last 5 minutes of the episode is where she really shared her story.
Right.
And by that point, I really felt that Jay's moment
it had like
catapulted and took hold. So it was kind of like, oh, okay.
I was like, okay, your mom died.
This is cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
I have a sister who, passed away, so I get it. But you're right. Jay literally took over her moment. And then I was like, sorry,
it's
but
like, where do we go from here?
Right.
And it was, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say, because like we were saying, like they keep dropping these gems. And like I was saying earlier, like I hope it doesn't get to the point where we're kind of over it.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of drew it out a little too much. Maybe if they were going to wait until the end, maybe kind of hold back a little bit on some of those gems. So like not always hinting at her having an issue and living out of the bag. I think because that still doesn't explain her living out of the bag.
Right. It doesn't explain her how she grew up. We know that she has a dad.
Yeah.
So it doesn't explain the strain away from family or some of those other
so
behaviors.
it's some things that actually are still missing in the story.
Yeah.
And then like as the episode starts and it goes on, we see the little girl, like, okay, clearly I guess that's her as a little girl.
Flashback.
What is this about? So yeah, it was just kind of the way that they told the story. It's like, okay, we get it, but like you guys said, we need a little bit more.
Yeah. And then some of that could very well be first season or, pilot situation blues.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about other episodes where there were moments that weren't as streamlined or as consistent as we like a story to be.
Yeah.
And then especially, I think, with her near the beginning of the episode where we already knew that it was about the hospital, where Allison and Jill were like, oh, wait, she doesn't like hospitals. And Jill's like, oh, she doesn't like hospitals. So we're like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
So it was a little less. I don't know. It wasn't.
There are no words for it, honestly.
Yeah, it's a little lackluster, I guess. But I'm glad that it's out of the way. I feel
Yes.
like at this point, we really know all these characters. We have a really good grasp on them. They're opening up to each other. I think that was the important part of that, her really releasing that information to Jay and being his friend. Because from the onside, he tried to, hey, do you want to switch? Like, I can help.
Yeah.
So I feel that she is still true to her character. We just don't really know her character enough of the backstory to really put those pieces together.
Right.
So,
but I also want to touch on Jay, like kind of sensing that she needed help more than just help with her case.
Yeah.
It's like something is up here. Because I even told Allison, like, but I gotta go. Like she's like, wait, I need a sentence. What exactly is going on? It's like, don't really know, but I know I gotta go. So he knew, like, okay, let me get this junction for her. Let me help her, but I need to also like really be there and help her. Help Sandra. Yeah.
Something. Great point. Yeah. And it does speak to his character.
Yeah.
It does.
Because that's just the type of guy that he is. Shout out to Jay.
Right. Wisdom, you have to come visit us.
I mean, seriously.
Please.
Come on. But leaving the episode, I did feel like, oh, it put us in a nice package bubble.
Yeah.
I had to be like, oh, wait. There's still one more,
Yeah.
We still got somewhere else to go, so I don't know where we go or where the pieces fit. But I was glad to see. I think we saw pretty much every character except for Christmas. Tina.
Oh right.
Oh yeah,
we didn't see her.
Yeah, we didn't see
that. We didn't see tonight because we saw the judge when he reunited with Kate and Seth. He was like,
you two.
He was like, you cannot talk to me. You speak, Leonard. So.
You speak.
Right. And I also think, looking back at the episode, this is the one instance where I felt more connected to the characters. I wasn't pulled towards any case at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even think about the
True.
cases. So
Same.
this is the first time we're having a conversation where it's more about characters and their stories than it is like an issue that's going on in real day time that we're connected to, at least. So I thought that was interesting, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, we will.
Always here to have the conversation.
Always here to have the conversation, especially this conversation. Want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life? For those who do, we have got the podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos, Podcast Edition, is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Again, for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know it was our For the People panel that sent you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition. You must check it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Every Friday.
Don't want to miss it. And if it's not a Friday, you can always, with podcasts, I'm telling y'all.
True.
Y'all know I'm a podcast person.
Yeah,
you are.
I'm a
Yes.
podcast. So you can see all available episodes. You can go back and listen to them again. But they're really great for commuting. Like
Yeah.
even
Yes.
before I moved to LA,
Good
I'm
job.
like,
Yes.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't want to hear music.
That's
You don't,
true.
Yeah. You
That
don't all
is
the
true.
time.
I catch myself like just turning off the radio, and I'm like, I could be listening to.
You
a
can do
podcast right now.
something,
Yeah.
you know, because I know for me, I really like getting the most out of my day, and I don't feel like I watch a whole lot of news talk shows and stuff. So with Maria's podcast, it's nice because it's like a regular everyday conversation. It's not
Right.
something that I have to put myself in the mood to like listen to and unpack.
Right.
But she's a homegirl.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. And she connects with everybody, various, areas of life.
Yeah.
Like, she's just that girl.
There's something for you there. Check out Conversations
There
with
is.
Maria.
And while you're in iTunes, go ahead and rate, comment, and subscribe
Yes.
to us. We want those 5 stars.
Yes, it's the only thing that matters.
The only thing.
Okay, so moving on. So what's crazy, or ironically enough, I don't really want to have I don't have our conversation pieces today. We usually do like discussions.
Yeah.
But I would rather get into news and gossip
Okay.
because there are some things that we should talk about with other
There are. In fact, somebody mentioned it in our comments
people. Okay.
tonight.
Well,
Yes.
without further ado, take it away. News and gossip. What you?
Okay, well, all right. So, Vicky obviously in the comment asked if we talked about the renewal, and of course, for those who do not know, For the People did get picked up for season 2.
That's right.
So, I mean, I don't know if y'all are excited, but we weren't sure where this was going to go.
Yeah.
But we are so thankful and happy for everybody who voted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For the show to stay on the air. Don't really know what's to come for season 2. All we know is that they are excited.
Yes. And with Tuesday's episode, I am actually not like, okay, I can see the possibilities
Right.
of where we can go with a season 2. So
Right.
yeah, I'm excited. Like we said, we're excited for all the actors and writers, producers, everything involved with that show. So it's pretty cool. That's good news.
Yeah.
It is good news, and I feel like we had to wait so long
Yes.
to hear about it. I mean, whether you like it or not, the verdict is in. The show is coming back. So I'm glad because they have the opportunity to do so much now with
Right.
season 2.
Right.
But for me, to be completely honest, by this point, I was expecting it not to be picked up.
Honestly, I was too.
Understand.
Just
I
because
was.
I mean, there's so much TV, there's so many shows. We see those tweets all the time from various people whose shows, they had pilot shot that they were expecting to get picked up and did not. So for this, I really was like, oh, wow, this is super surprising. And I guess the only conversation I wanted to have was, I think that the reason in particular it's coming back is because of Shonda Rhimes and what she means to ABC.
Right.
Yeah.
All of her
Right.
shows got picked
Right.
up and came back this time.
Yeah,
They did.
True. Yes.
So-
Oh, yeah.
So,
All of them.
And I think that just goes to show, like, when you have a name, when you make a name for yourself, that does carry you. And I feel like there's more involved, like, on the network and business side.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, financially, reasons why certain shows do and do not get picked up. But Sean's doing it.
For sure.
And you can't be mad.
I mean, there's so many ways to look at it. I'm surprised because looking through when I was trying to find more news and gossip, I was surprised that there wasn't like this think piece around it, or
Right.
is this a puppeteer? Is Shonda really pulling the strings? But for me, I just thought, well, we know she has this deal with Netflix. ABC doesn't want to lose her. There's no way. Like, I really feel that she had to come in the last hour. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Absolutely.
by the way.
Yeah.
And I think this just provides, another opportunity for the shows to really dive in and kind of give the viewers, obviously those drama viewers,
absolutely
what they want and what we need.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's fair because as a viewer of a drama show, you want the drama.
Yes.
Right.
Like, let's be very clear. This
Right.
is in the drama category. Give me that.
Right.
Because that's what I need.
It's what I'm here for.
And I think we were having a conversation maybe amongst ourselves about it, but just how I think when you look at show business, a lot of times, maybe if you're not in the business, you think, oh, okay, you got through the pilot, you got through the next season, great. We're golden, we can get comfortable. But it's like now, no, the real work kicks in.
Right.
Because you could, some of the things you skated by with season 1, I know this season there was like difficulty with ratings and stuff. Ultimately, we pulled through, which is fantastic. We got the voters. But it's like, okay, season 2, you still have so many odds stacked against you because you've already laid the foundation, and so you got to get them from the very beginning.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see how this plays out. I'm excited to see. I guess everybody will come back. I mean,
Yeah, I think once we, get a taste of what is going to happen in the season finale, which is the next episode, next Tuesday, I think we'll be able to kind of see more so where the show could go.
I'm hoping so, but I'm still interested in seeing that just because a part of me feels that this season, I don't know, just happened in a particular time. So I still feel like the finale can be disconnected from everything that they want to do based on the responses and the reaction that they get.
That's a good point.
You know?
I didn't
And
think about that.
it's crazy because, like I said, leaving this episode, I have no this very well could have been everything was wrapped together.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't know
It very could have been the finale.
Everybody's friends, kumbaya and down to the bar, the prosecution, the defense.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
So
That's a good point.
we'll see.
You just, no expectations. We'll just...
We'll see what happens. But I'm excited. Y'all know I'm going to keep my ears to the street. Because I'm here for the dirt.
Vicky said that she wished there was more drama like a Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Me and Elle Marie just finished the season finale for season 14 of Grey's Anatomy literally just an hour ago. So we are all about the drama.
All
so
about the
Vicky,
drama.
we agree with you. But
That's
she
great.
did say that it's shaping up to be a better season for the next one. So, we're going to keep our options open. I'm going with no expectations.
Yeah.
And, just see how they deliver.
Let it unfold. I mean, they do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't be mad at them.
We can't be mad at them, but what we can talk about are those set
Secrets.
secrets. Oh, that was so in unison. Did y'all catch that?
What?
Yeah.
So this week from our set secrets. So they come from what is it, Cecilia?
Yes.
Or Celia Frankenstein. I believe.
Finkelstein.
Yeah, we always kind of was like, what is the last
Celia
I was
name?
gonna give you like one more opportunity for it to just roll off your tongue.
What, I always be like, what is her last name? But anyway, so her first set secret is at Tom Verica makes everyone call him Big V.
Check with people, right?
Big V.
I mean, at this point, he deserves the respect. I think scrolling through the credits, I saw him listed as executive producer. He be directing these episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him
It's
his props.
Big V.
Big V in the building.
Our next set secret is multiple members of cast and crew do push-ups in between takes and while setting up shoots. And Tom Verica and I watch music videos and eat Twizzlers.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm all for watching the music videos and eating Twizzlers, but why did it pop into my head like I could totally see Reggae doing that or Leonard? Like
Right.
I could totally see him doing it in
the
between
push-ups,
each.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting pumped. Like, okay, let's go.
I can see Elyse doing them too, like Jay, like trying to keep up with
Right.
literally, like no,
Like
I
all the
got
guys.
this. I can
Oh
do
my
it.
goodness.
Like, it's one of those guy things where you see one do it and you're like, all right, I guess. I'm
Yeah. Okay, the next set secret. This one is actually from Tom Verica. And he says Susanna Flood, a.k.a. Kate Littlejohn, can juggle 3 bowling balls while riding a unicycle. I feel like I believe that.
Wait, 3. Okay, so I guess when I first read that,
You thought they were just juggling balls
Yeah.
and not like a
Like
bowl,
a bowling ball.
25 pounds. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Kate Littlejohn can do everything.
she can.
Why that's his job.
Multifaceted woman.
Yes. And then the last one, Sandra's desk is inspired by the writers of inspired by the desk of pretty much half the writers on the staff.
Oh my God.
I was
That makes
wondering,
sense.
like, why can't you clean your office? Like, you were on the floor in Allison's office. Like,
True.
I don't know how I would feel if I walked into my
Right?
office.
They say like the really smart people are really, you know, like are like super
Not
messy
organized.
and like yeah.
I'm
So-
not here for it. I am not here for no mess. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
But I can see them
Literally
being
and
inspired by the
figuratively.
writers because I can see the writers, they're creatives.
Right.
Creatives
So
are
there's-
all over
Right.
the place.
But as a
So I can
lawyer,
see them. Yeah,
are
as
you
a
that
lawyer,
creative?
though.
Right.
No.
And it's 2018. Who has this much paperwork lying around?
Well, why is she the only one?
And why for Sandra's
so many
story, right? But for Sandra, like, what is it with being in a mess? You won't pick, like,
Right.
what is it about you?
Yeah,
We need
like I
Sandra.
said, we still
Hashtag
need
we
to,
need
still more.
answers.
We need to learn
We
more
need
about
Brett to
Sandra.
come in and like
Hashtag
explain
more
something.
Sandra. Hashtag
We need the
answers.
back. Yeah.
So-
Hashtag we need more.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
more
those are the
set
set secrets for tonight's.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. I love when shows do little things like that.
Me too.
And I think with them having another season, like, imagine what we're gonna have.
Oh yeah.
I'm
They're
just
When it comes
waiting
back.
for the handstand contest so that they can call me so that I can be there to basically show them all up. That,
I need to
you
be
know.
there and judge the push-ups.
Oh, okay. Here we
Of
go.
course. That's not surprising.
That's it.
My thirst is real. Let me
That's
calm
all she
down.
wants to do. Oh my God.
You said it, not me.
Fair enough. Well, that was episode 9. We are going into episode 10. And you guys, this is the end of season 1.
Yeah.
It's been a long 10 episodes.
It has.
has.
I mean, it does feel like weighted and like long. And
Yeah.
it took a lot of investment into it. So there's no way we can go into the season finale and not give our predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Child, quiet as is kept. I don't even know what.
You see,
to
we all just
predict.
sitting here like,
Right. Just
I mean, I'm
still thinking
trying
of
to
predictions.
think back to the, the whole season to see what can come back up or what are we missing or what don't we know. But
I feel
I don't
like
know.
each episode, it gets wrapped up. We don't ever get left with a cliffhanger. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to predict.
True.
The only one we really have a cliffhanger on is Jill and Roger. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here for him because I love Roger.
yes,
So I'm just going to go ahead and say if they're not together by the finale, which probably won't be,
right.
I'm pulling for them and hoping and going to predict that they will be together in season 2.
Okay.
But I don't think that it'll be like known to everybody. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be on the DL.
A thing amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Okay.
You got anything, El-Marie?
Not really.
The way you said that, I'm sorry.
What? I'm like, do you? I got your back. Do you got anything? I mean, I was
Like-
trying to think. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking that the finale is going to be centered around a big case. So to bring us more back into the lawyering and all of that. Maybe there's this big battle, but there has to be some. This is what I want.
You tell them.
Let's be clear. There needs to be some kind of showdown. I mean, there has to be some hurt feelings. You got to bring. I want all the drama, and I would
Yeah.
love to leave it unanswered with some sort of cliffhanger.
Right.
Yes,
I'm
we
looking
need
for
a
that
cliffhanger.
draw out of it. I think that
Somebody
has
needs to
happen.
use somebody. That sounds wrong, and I really don't agree with that. But for the sake of this show, somebody needs to use somebody. Like,
Ooh,
I don't
maybe in
know.
the finale, Jay can have his little revenge moment with Kate. Besides the whole like, where's the elevator?
Oh, it would be
That's
nice to
good.
see them go back up
it
against
would
each
be.
other.
Maybe they can have a little case or something. Yeah, something they need to
Something a bit
have their
more
run in
real.
again.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's,
Real.
That's what it is. Because
Yes.
it's I don't want to say cutesy, but it's all story and we get it. But something a little harder
Yeah.
to like really get you like,
yeah.
ooh,
Yes.
shocking.
Yes.
I
Yes.
know, but we will see.
We're hoping.
I'm
Can't make any
excited.
promises.
The only promise that we can make you is that the season finale airs on Tuesday at 10 p.m. And then you can join us next week, Thursday at 10 p.m. right here to talk about it.
It will be us plus Takira. So
Yes, Takira will be back
will
in the
all
hang
building.
there.
And I can promise you I'm letting it all hang loose. Not that I don't at this point, but I think we need to just, what? Hold no tongues, just let it all. hang there.
you want it
it's
all?
the finale. Yes.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
No holding back. Bring it on. Until next week, you guys, I am Keith Andre. You can follow me on all social media at Keith_Andre.
And I'm Tori Broussard. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tori_Broussard.
And I'm El Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at El Marie TV.
And don't forget Takira Chabray.
Yes, at Takira Chabray.
Takira_Chabray.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Tweet her. Later, guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.